Have you ever wandered through a flea market, estate sale, or thrift shop and stumbled on an object that made you wonder, is this just old or is it valuable? The world of antiques and collectibles is full of hidden gems, but without the right knowledge, you could walk past a rare find or overpay for something worth far less than you think. Welcome to HowExpert Tip of the Day, where we bring you real-world tips from our how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. If you want to learn even more in-depth strategies, examples, and techniques on this topic, check out HowExpert Guide to 365 plus antiques and collectibles, available at Amazon, Audible, Barnes & Noble, Google, Kobo, Apple, Spotify, and all major bookstores as an ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. Antiques and collectibles are more than just old stuff. They're windows into history, culture, craftsmanship, and personal stories. From centuries-old furniture to retro toys from the 1980s, each piece has a story to tell and a value shaped by age, rarity, and demand. In today's video, we'll break down what antiques and collectibles really are, why people are so passionate about them, and the essential things you need to know to start identifying, valuing, and appreciating them like a pro. Let's dive in. First, understand the difference between antiques and collectibles. An antique is typically defined as an object that is at least 100 years old. This age benchmark isn't just an arbitrary number. It often signifies that the item was made using techniques, materials, and craftsmanship from an earlier era. An antique might be a Victorian writing desk, a 19th century porcelain vase, or a colonial-era silver spoon. In contrast, collectibles don't have to be 100 years old. They're valued for their popularity, rarity, or cultural significance. This includes everything from mid-century modern furniture to baseball cards, vintage comics, or first-edition books from just a few decades ago. Knowing the difference matters because it shapes how you research, price, and care for the item. Second, condition is king when it comes to value. In the antique and collectible world, condition can be the difference between a dust gatherer and a display case centerpiece. A pristine set of depression glass is worth far more than the same set with chips and cracks. For collectibles, original packaging can skyrocket value. Think action figures still sealed in their boxes or vinyl records in mint sleeves. Restoration can sometimes help, but in many cases, original condition is preferred, even with a bit of wear because it keeps the item authentic. A small tip: always store and display your treasures in a way that protects them from sunlight, moisture, and temperature extremes. Third, provenance adds power. Provenance refers to the history of an item, who owned it, where it's been, and how it got to you. A simple chair might be worth a few $100s, but if it can be documented as coming from a famous person's home, the value can multiply dramatically. Museums and serious collectors love items with a clear, verifiable history. Keep receipts, photographs, auction records, and any documentation you can find. Even a handwritten note from the previous owner can add interest and credibility to a piece's story. Fourth, trends and demand drive market value. What's hot in the collecting world changes over time. 20 years ago, ornate Victorian furniture was in high demand. Today, sleek mid-century modern pieces often fetch higher prices. Pop culture plays a huge role. A prop from a beloved movie or memorabilia from a trending band can suddenly spike in value. This means it's important to follow antique shows, collector magazines, online marketplaces, and auction results to stay in tune with what buyers are actively seeking. Just remember, fads come and go. So if you're collecting for personal enjoyment, focus on what you love first. Fifth, research is your best friend. In the age of the internet, you have access to an incredible array of resources to help identify and value your finds. Websites like eBay's Sold Listings section can show you what similar items have actually sold for, not just what sellers are asking. Price guides, collector forums, and social media groups dedicated to specific niches are also invaluable. When possible, consult appraisers or attend local antique fairs to talk to experts in person. The more you know about materials, makers' marks, and design styles, the better your eye will become at spotting true value. Sixth, buying and selling takes strategy. If you're hunting for treasures, timing matters. Estate sales often offer the best bargains on the final day when sellers are eager to clear out inventory. Flea markets and thrift stores can yield surprises if you visit regularly. If you're selling, presentation and storytelling matter. High-quality photos, accurate descriptions, and the item's backstory can help you fetch a better price. And never underestimate the power of negotiation. In many antique markets, haggling is part of the culture. Seventh, collecting is about passion as much as profit. While it's exciting to find something worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, the real magic of antiques and collectibles lies in the joy of discovery and the connection to history. That 1950s tin toy car might remind you of your grandfather's stories. That Art Deco lamp might bring a unique warmth to your living room. The best collections tell a personal story, and those stories are just as valuable as the price tag. To bring this all together, let's look at a quick real-world scenario. Imagine you spot an old wristwatch at a garage sale priced at $20. The brand name is a respected Swiss maker, and the serial number indicates it's from the 1960s. The watch is in good condition, with minimal wear, and comes in its original box. You do a quick online search on your phone and find that similar models recently sold for $800 to $1,000. By recognizing the brand, understanding the importance of condition and originality, and doing instant research, you just turned a small investment into a major find. When you step back, the big picture is clear. Antiques and collectibles are about more than monetary value. They're about history you can hold in your hands, beauty that lasts beyond trends, and the thrill of uncovering something truly special. Whether you're a casual weekend browser or an aspiring full-time dealer, these principles, understanding what you're looking at, caring for it, researching it, and buying or selling wisely, will serve you well for a lifetime. So the next time you're in a dusty shop or browsing an online auction, remember this. Treasure isn't just something you find, it's something you recognize. For even more tips, techniques, and practical examples on this topic, check out HowExpert Guide to 365 plus antiques and collectibles, available at Amazon, Audible, Barnes & Noble, Google, Kobo, Apple, Spotify, and all major bookstores as an ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. HowExpert publishes how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. Visit howexpert.com to learn more.